Hello, my dear subscribers. I'm so glad to have you again on my channel. This is your friend and teacher, Kaunga Samuel. Really, today, as you can see from your beautiful screens there, we are just going to look at map scales. One thing that is so important is that this topic is, I can say it is both at junior and at senior sections, at junior levels, senior levels. So this part one, we are going to look at is going to help us understand how we can interpret scale related problems. So let's just jump into a lesson. So this is scale. We also call it representative fraction, okay, or just a scale. Now, when we represent it in form of a ratio like so, if I say 1 to maybe n, okay, 1 to n, here I'm going to say this, I'll call it, so this is in ratio notation, isn't it? This is ratio notation. So in ratio notation, this I'll call it scale. I'm going to call this as a scale. Okay. Now, as a representative fraction, if it is written as a fraction, maybe 1 to n. Now, this is a fraction notation. In fraction notation, okay. So because it is in fraction notation, I'm now going to call this as a representative fraction. This is now going to be called representative fraction. Okay? But basically, I'm just looking at one and the same thing. It is just representation which matters. So here, this in ratio notation, I'll call it scale. As in fraction notation, I'll call it representative fraction. Let's go into examples without wasting much of our time. Okay, I'll use these examples. So I'm going to use these questions here as examples. So let's look at example 1. Maybe before I look at examples, let me just give you one more thing that is going to be helpful as we go into this journey here. Let's go back to this part. One thing that is going to be so helpful is what I'm calling a conversion table. Okay, a conversion information. Conversion table. Okay, conversion table. You need to know how to convert, okay, but I'll give you what is most important there. So here we need to understand that 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeters. That's great. Then we also have to understand 1000 meters is equivalent to 1 kilometer. Very important. What is also very, very important is this conversion here. 100,000 centimeters is equivalent to 1 kilometer. Okay, this is very important because most of the questions we are going to meet, this is the conversion we are going to be working with. Okay, this is the conversion we are going to be working with. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, I'll show you how to do that. To convert from centimeters to kilometers, we're just going to divide, okay, by 100,000. We're just going to divide by 100,000. All right, now let's look at examples there. Okay, let me draw you to this. Okay, that is question 5. So I'm going to do A and B, okay, as examples, A and B as examples. Then let me get your answers in the comment section. In the comment section, you can just type in your answers. Please type in your answers. Let me know you are learning. Let me know you are getting some information. So I'll leave C and D for you to comment in the comment section. Once you have found the answer, you give your comment. You place your comment, your answer in the comment section. I'll be able to see it and I'll confirm with you. All right, so a map has a scale of 1 to 50,000. A map has a scale of 1 to 50,000. What is the meaning of that? Okay, the meaning of 1 to 50,000, before we answer that question, when we say 1 to 50,000, 1 to 50,000, what this simply means is that 1 centimeter, this is going to be map. This is going to be map to actual or real life. Now, meaning that 1 centimeter on map here, 1 centimeter, this simply means 1 centimeter on map. This map is just paper, on paper, okay, is equal to 50,000. These are going to be centimeters. 50,000 centimeters in real life. Real life. That's the meaning. Meaning 1 centimeter on map is equal to 50,000. Is equal to 50,000. Let me just clear this. Is equal to 50,000 centimeters in real life. That's the meaning. Okay, that's the meaning there. So please, that's the meaning there. Okay, if you have this meaning, then it is all set and done. So I hope that is understood. I'm going to clear this so that we can leave it for our working. You can copy it in your book. Okay, you can copy it in your book. You can rewind the video and copy this in your book. Let me clear it for our working purposes. Okay, let's go back to the question sheet. So this one is saying, a map has a scale of 1 to 50,000. Find the distance on the map. When we say distance on the map, we are simply saying what is the distance on paper. That would represent an actual distance of 1 kilometer. Meaning what paper distance, what distance on paper will represent a real life distance of 1 kilometer. Okay, B, 5 kilometers. So let's go straight into the solutions. So I'll say, okay, what has been given to me in that question is that 1 represents 50,000, okay, 50,000, meaning 1 centimeter on paper, on map, is equivalent to 50,000 centimeters in real life. So now this distance is needed in kilometers because there's a mention of kilometers. So what I'm going to do is to change this to kilometers. So what I'm going to do is to say, all right, 1, remember the conversion table. So this is going to be 1 to 50,000 is the same as, to change it to kilometers, I will divide by 100,000. Since 100,000 will give me a kilometer, so I'll say 50,000, okay, divided by 100,000, okay. So this and that will go, this and this will go. So meaning this is 1 over 2. So meaning 1 is equivalent to 1 over 2 is the same as 0.5. 0.5 kilometer. Okay, I have changed that scale. So this is the scale I'm going to work with throughout for the given questions there. Okay, whatever has to do with this question, I'll use this scale. This is my scale that I'll be using. Now I've been told to find the distance. Let's just go back to the questions. I have been told to find, look at it, find the distance. Find the distance on the map. So what we are finding is map distance. What has been given to us are the actual distance. Look at it, 1 kilometer. This is real life distance. 5 kilometers. This is real life distance. 2.5 kilometers. This is real life distance. 4.3 kilometers. This is real life distance. Now, what we are going to do, I'll do question 1 and I'll do part A and part B. Part C and part D is for you to comment. I'll leave it for you to drop your answers in the comment section. Okay, so the scale is that we have already changed it. So let's just go to it, to the solutions. So therefore A, 1 to 0.5, okay, kilometers. This is 1 centimeter to 0.5 kilometers. What about 1 kilometer? So this will give me x. So I'll say x, 0.5 x. I'll multiply this. Okay, 0.5x is now going to give me 1. So divide 0.5, divide 0.5. So this and this will go. So x is now going to give me 2 centimeters. Right, that is your solution. Very simple indeed. Very simple indeed. Part A dealt with. Let's go to part B. Part B, we are saying we have already converted 1 to 0.5 kilometers. What about 5 kilometers? So it will be x. Are you seeing that? So cross multiply. I'm going to have 0.5x is now going to give me 5. Okay, divided by 0.5. Okay, so divide both sides by 0.5. Okay, 0.5. So that and that will go. So x is now going to give me 5 divided by 0.5, which is going to give me 10 centimeters. That is my answer. Very simple and straightforward. Okay, very simple and straightforward. So we have seen how we can find distance on the map. Okay, given the actual distance. If you are liking this video so far, give it a thumbs up. Okay, share it to your friends, especially those of you who are in grade 9. You might meet this question. Those of you in grade 12, you might meet this question in your paper 1. Let's just jump into another part. How can we now move from finding how can we find the actual distance? I mean, how can you find the actual distance given the map distance? Let's look at one question. Let's go to the question sheet. Okay. Now, I'll choose to use, let me use, find the actual distance. So we're finding the actual distance. Let me use the actual distance between two villages. Find the distance on the map. Okay. Find the actual length in kilometers. Okay, let's go to question 7. This question there. Let's attempt this question so that we see how we can find the actual distance. Question 6 and 7, maybe question 6 and 7. Let's do question 6 and 7. Okay, so 6 and 7. So question 6, the scale of a map is 1 to 100,000. This is beautiful. Okay, the distance between two houses on the map is 3.2 centimeters. Find the actual distance in kilometers between the two houses. Okay, this is beautiful. We are looking at question 6. The distance, the map is given to that scale. So look at this. Look at that. So we are looking at this question there. Okay, let me just bring in this ruler so that we strike a demarcation. All right, let's now look at that question, question 6. So our map has been given as 1, scale has been given as 1 to 100,000. Okay, now look at the question. Look at the question. The distance between two houses on the map is 3.2 centimeters. Find the actual distance in kilometers between the two houses. You can see what is it that has been given to us. What has been given to us is the map distance. What we don't have is the actual distance. So the map distance has been given to us as 3.2 centimeters. Let's go back to the solution section. So here I'm going to say, right, 1 centimeter. So I can change this to say, okay, 1 is equivalent to 100,000 centimeters is the same as 1 kilometer. Are you seeing that? Therefore, this is what I'll use. Okay, this is what I'll use. So I'll say 1 is equivalent to 1 kilometer. What about 3.2 centimeters? This is equivalent to x. I don't know. So I'll do that. So I'll say x is now going to give me 1 by that. I'm going to have 3.2 kilometers. And that is my solution. That is my solution. 3.2 kilometers. That is going to be my solution. Okay. Last question for this lesson. Let's look at question 7. Question 7 says, a map has a scale of 50,000. We are back to the 50,000. A river is 6 centimeters long on the map. Find the actual length in kilometers. Okay. So here we're going to say, okay, solution. So this map is 1 to 50,000. I can find this in kilometers in advance. So this is going to be 1 to 0.5 kilometers. Okay. So what is going to be the actual distance of a river, which is 6 centimeters? So 6 centimeters. 6 centimeters. So I'll use this scale. So 6 centimeters will give me x. Okay. Let me just write it nicely. So the scale I'm using is 1 to 0.5 kilometers. What about 6 centimeters? I don't know what is going to represent there. So I'll do that. So I'll say x is equal to, therefore x is going to give me 6 multiply 0.5. So 6 multiply 0.5. Now I'm going to have something like 3, isn't it? 6 multiply 0.5 is going to give us 3 as our solution. So this is going to give me 3 kilometers there. Okay, so the length of the river in kilometers is going to be 3. That is going to be my answer. So this is very simple and direct to the point. So from me, I hope you have learned one or two things. From me, it is goodbye.